Okay, good morning, everybody. We're gonna pretend that we're in week 7 right now, okay? And these are the notes for those of people who are virtual. I posted it in announcements. And these are the notes, these are the handouts we're gonna go over, and everybody have the handout, right? This is the handout we're gonna go over today, okay? So now, what you're gonna do today, we're gonna do sequence series. We're going to talk about probability. We're going to talk about pretty much that's it. Sequence probabilities. So the material for this week is really easy. I'm going to be able to finish everything today, and you should finish lab 6 and quiz 6. Okay? So let's start with the first one, which is the first two questions there about factorial. So what is factorial? Factorial is that exclamation mark you see there. So if I have negative 5 factorial, that means you're doing negative 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And when you multiply all these numbers, you're going to get the answer is going to be negative, I don't know. But you can do that in the calculator. How you do that? You're going to press negative, the little negative symbol, negative sign, 5. So this is what you put in the calculator, negative 5 factorial. Just put it exactly like that. Now, where's the factorial? Let me show you. The calculator is TI. What was that? 84. This one? Oh, no, TI 36. 36X. Pro. Okay, and this is what you need to press. Okay, so you have negative symbol. The factorial is, wait, it's right above cosine. You see cosine where you solve the quadratic? It's in the middle. If you see data, right below data. Everybody see that? So you press negative 5 factorial, enter, and you're going to see the answer. Got it? I'm going to put it here. Yes, that's right. The negative 120 is the answer. So this is your calculator. And I'm just going to point it right here. This is where you're going to enter. This is what you're going to enter. Oops, why is it moving now? This one over here. Everybody see that? So this is the exclamation point. Got it? It's kind of in the middle, right below data. Now you do negative 5 factorial. You have to look exactly like the way it's in the paper here. This is what you enter in the calculator, negative 5 factorial.
Factorial, can you spell that or?
Factorial.
Oh, factorial.
Yes.
Factorial.
Factorial. Okay. Now, how you what you get? Negative 120?
Yes.
That's right. People waiting in the lobby? Okay, okay. Who is LT?
Latanya.
Oh, Latanya, good morning. Nathaniel is here also.
Good morning, good morning.
Okay, I'm recording it so you can listen it later, but you can also join us, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So now, how you gonna do the next one? We're doing factorials right now, and the handout is in, if you go to your Canvas, not here. If you go to Canvas, I sent announcement, it's the notes are right there, okay? So how you gonna do 9 factorial minus 2 factorial? You just put it like that in your calculator, just the way it is. 362,878. Thank you. So just put it all together. Don't do it step by step. So every time you have factorial question, just put it exactly the way it is on your calculator. Everybody get that?
Yes.
Easy? Yes.
5 Oh, the easiest thing I've seen in this class all
Hold on, question.
year.
I don't think that's right because when you calculate it, you put the factorial with the 2. I got 7.
No. You put 9 factorial minus 2 factorial. Okay, I'm gonna do it here. I can use symbol lab calculator also, and I'll show you that that's right. This is right. This is right. You have 9 factorial minus 2 factorial, like that. This is what you enter, and this is the answer. That's right. You got it right. Everybody see what you're entering? Just the way I put it here.
Yep.
9 factorial minus 2 factorial all together. You got it? Okay, so that's all what you're doing. Calculator for the first 2 questions. Okay, everybody understand that?
Yes.
So far, so good?
So far, so good.
Okay,
Thumbs up.
so now let me put negative 120 here. Okay, so then you're going to the next one. We're gonna do, I'm gonna skip a little bit around because I'm gonna use calculator for permutation and combination. So I'm going to number 9 and number 10 first, because that's where you need the permutation and combinations. Okay, so what is permutation and combination? So permutation combination is something you use to find, especially IT, when you start working with things, GI stuff, IT stuff. So for example, if I need to set up a code which have, let's say, 10 letters available and the code have 3, or let's look at number 9. So permutation 8 out of 3, I mean 3 out of 8 technically, that's how you say it. That means you have available 8 things, 8 letters or digit, doesn't matter. And the code, let's say the password have only 3 digits. So if you want to know how many possible passwords you can make, you're using permutation or combination. The difference between those two is the permutation, the order doesn't matter, or the order is important.
Permutation?
Yes, permutation and combination.
Combination.
Okay? Now, what you're doing here, we just use these 2 formulas, and those 2 formulas, they're going to be on the formula sheet I'm going to give you later. For the final exam, there's another formula sheet. I'll give you that. You have it there also. But we have it also in the handout, so you can use it. So what you're doing for permutation and combination, you're going to read the question. If it says P, you're using the formula for P. If it says C, you're using the formula for C. Just plug the numbers in that formula with the factorials, and then calculate it. So if I want to do the first one, number 9, I'm just going to enter N is 8, K is 3, right? This is N, this is K. So using this formula on my calculator, I have to put 8 factorial fraction over 8 minus 3, close the parentheses, factorial. So I enter it exactly like that. And I'm going to double check with my symbol lab here. So we have fraction first. And I have 8 factorial over, parentheses, 8. You don't need to do 8 minus 3 in your head. Just put it like that. The calculator is going to take care of it. Like that. And then what you have, 3 factorial also, right? Oh no, this is for the second one. So this is for a combination. I forget what I'm doing. Like that. Okay, so just put it like that. And then, hold on, I think I have space here. It doesn't like it? Why? 336. You should get 336. If you get something else or error or something, let me know. So the answer is 336. Everybody see that?
Yep.
And I'm going to put the answer here. Okay, somebody didn't get that? You got it? Okay, everybody get 336? Everybody know how to plug it in? Yes? Okay, so that's how you do permutation. Combination is the same way, just use the other formula. So if I want to do number 10, now in this case, N is going to be 9 and K is going to be 5. So on your calculator, you're going to follow the formula for C, for combination. So you have 9 factorial, this is what you put in your calculator, 9 factorial over 5 factorial first, and then 9 minus 5 factorial. What you get?
126.
126. I'm gonna double check. Somebody else get that? Yes? Okay, so I'm gonna believe you this.
Thank you.
Somebody else get that? I mean, you've been consistent with the right answer, so I assume it's right. Okay. So make sure you double check, see how you plug it in. Just use the factorial in your calculator. Okay, so far so good? Okay, so that was 9 and 10. And then after that, we're gonna go over, let's go over sequences. So going back to number 3. Okay, number 3 and 4, they're the same type of questions. You have just 2 examples. So number 3 and number 4, you have to find the next term. So what that means, you have sequence, which means you have list of numbers, and there is a pattern. So what you need to do, you need to figure it out what's going on with the numbers and what's going to be the next number in that sequence. Got it? So how are you going to do that? There is no specific rule for this. I'm just going to give you some tips. So the first tip is, if your sequence, the numbers are getting bigger and bigger, that means you are multiplying by something or you're adding something, obviously, right? If the sequence is getting smaller and smaller, the numbers are decreasing, then you're subtracting or dividing, right? Those are the operation which makes the number smaller. Yes? Also, if none of those works, which is possible, if none of those works, then you're going to look at each number individually. Most of the time, those numbers individual, number by number, they are square of numbers, cube of numbers, exponent fourth of numbers, exponent fifth of numbers. So you have to kind of break down each number and see what it is. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with the first one. Number 3. So we have 1, 8, 27, 64. Anybody have idea what's going on here? No? Okay, so let's start checking the plus and multiply, right? So from 1 to 8, if I do adding, I'm adding what? I'm adding 7. From 8 to 27, I'm adding what? 19, okay. From 27 to 64, I'm adding 37. So what you're gonna add next? It's not clear, right? Okay, so this doesn't work. So let's start over. I'm gonna do multiplication now. So from 1 to 8, you multiply by 8. But from 8 to 27 doesn't multiply. Yeah, it's a fraction. Yeah, you can multiply by something which is not. So multiplication doesn't work also, right?
Right.
So this is the case when you have to look at each number individually. Now, we're going to start, because you have 1. 1 could be 1 square, 1 cube, 1 fourth, 1/5 is still 1, right? So the first one is not going to give us any idea what's going on. We're going to start with the second number. The second number is 8. We're going to break it down. What is 8? 2 times 4, right? And then you break down 4 is 2 times 2, right? So technically, 8 is what? How many times you multiply 2 to 2 to get 8? It's 2 cube, right? So I'm going to replace 8 with 2 cube. Let's check the next number. 27. What is 27? 9 times 3, right? And then 9 is also 3 times 3. So technically 27 is what? 3 cube. So I'm going to replace 27 with 3 cube. Okay? Now, looks like you have 2 cubes here, cube and cube. Obviously, 1, I can write it 1 cube, but we also have to double check 64. What do you think 64 should be? 4 cubes. So we need to double check that. So 64 is 4 times what? When you divide 64 by 4, what you get? 16. 16 times 4 is 64, and then 16 is 4 times 4 also. So it's happened that 64 is 4 cube also. So I'm going to replace 64 with 4 cube. So now looking at this sequence here, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube. Do you see the pattern here? What's happened? What is the next one? The next one is gonna be 5 cube. That's the pattern. Now, what is 5 cube? They want an answer, the number. 5 cube is 125. So the answer here is gonna be 125. Okay? Everybody understand how we analyze the numbers? Yes, you break it down to see what's going on. It could be squared, could be cube, fourth, fifth exponent, doesn't matter. You just break down the number and see what's going on. Got it? Okay. Any questions on number 3? Okay, going to number 4. Again, we have numbers, we have to find a pattern. So what's going on? 20, 18, 15, 11. They're getting smaller. So what you did here, what's happened? What is the pattern? Somebody see the pattern? So you subtract 20 minus, from 20 to get 18, you subtract, oh, come on now. You subtract, oh, come on, I want to write here. You subtract, okay, doesn't like the green. So you subtract 2, that's right. From 18 to 15, you subtract 3. 15 to 11, you subtract 4. So what you're gonna do next? You go from 11, you're gonna subtract 5, that's right. So 11 minus 5 is 6. So the next number is 6. What's gonna be the next number after 6?
1.
6 minus 6, 0.
6 minus 6.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so the answer is 6. Everybody understand that one? Easier? Yeah? Okay, so that's what you're doing with pattern. Find a pattern in the numbers. Now, the next few questions, they're about finding the sum. So again, we have a pattern here, but they give us the formula. They give us the pattern. And what you need to do, you need to find the sum of the first 5 terms. Okay, you can do this in the calculator, but first I'm going to show you how to do it without, so I can get the idea what's going on. And then after that, I'll show you, you can do this in the calculator. So the next 4 questions, see this symbol here, sigma k from 2 to 5, it's a find the sum also. See, it says find the sum. So 7 and 8 is also finding the sum, but it looks a little different, okay? So the next 4 questions, we're gonna just find the sum. So let's start with the first 2 questions, 5 and 6. Okay, so do you want me to show you how to do it without calculator?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you're doing. So it says find the first 5, right? So that means this AN equals 6N is the formula. AN is called general term, which means the any number in that sequence you want to find. And 6N is the formula how to calculate each one. So here usually I'm making a little table. Now we have the first 5, so N is going to change from 1 to 5. 1 through 5, yes. So I'm going to make a little big table
What's
here.
the 6N called?
6N is the formula.
Formula.
Yeah. So we have N is 1. So here in the first column, I'm going to put N is equal what? We have 1. We have it 2. 3. 4. And 5. The first 5 means from 1 to 5, yes? Okay, so now when N is from 1 to 5, this is the formula. The formula is 6N, right? So you replace N with 1, 2, 3, all the way to 5. So when N is 1, we have 6 times 1. Hold on, let me use something else. So I'm replacing N with 1. So it's going to be 6 times 1 equals 6. Then replace it with 2. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18, right? 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 5, 30. Okay? And then this is your sequence. This is your list of numbers, right? We have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Those are the first 5 numbers. Now, what you need to do with those numbers, you have to add those numbers. So add those to all those 5 numbers. You're gonna add, and that's gonna be the answer. 90? 90? Thank you. And that's the answer. Got it? So you can do it like this. You can make a little table and see what n is from what to what, and then use the formula to plug it in and get the first numbers or whatever number they ask you to add, and add them. Yes?
Yes.
Calculator. Yeah, I'm going to show you calculator also. Everybody get that?
Yes.
Okay. So calculator, I have in the calculator you have function also to do in the calculators. I'm going to do the next one in my calculator. So let me see, where was that? Can I use somebody's calculator for a second? Hold on. Yeah. It was, I don't remember exactly, but I know there was something. I think it's March.
I think so, right?
Okay, not 5. Okay. 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 So on your calculator, so what you're doing here, let me screenshot this again so I can show you. So on this calculator, okay, so what you're gonna do, we're gonna press, you see math? Oh, why is not? You see math? This one? So you press math and then you press the number 5. So math and 5, I'm gonna put notes here for the calculator. You press math and then you press 5. And then you enter it. You're gonna see the sigma. Everybody see the sigma? I'm gonna show in Symbol app also have that option. It's here. So this is what you should see. After you press math, where's this here? Hold on. I'm trying to get, oh, there it is, okay. So you should see something like this. You see that? Yes?
Yes.
So after you press math 5, you're gonna see this. And then, you see that?
No.
Math 5. Press math. Yes. Yes. Now, what you need to enter in this sigma, because sigma is the Greek letter which means find the sum. In the bottom, you're going to put 1, n equals 1. And in the top, you're going to put 5 because you're adding the numbers from 1 to 5, right?
Yes.
And then after that, you're going to put your formula. So we're doing number, let's do the one we just did. Let's do 6n. Let's do 6n in the calculator. So I'm going to press 6n here. From 1 to 5, 6n. Now, you don't have n in the calculator. You're going to press x. And you can just put this in parentheses. Yes. Okay. So this is what you should see. And then when you press enter, you're going to see the answer.
I say you press N.
You press X.
Times.
6x. Okay, so let me write it what you're going to do in your calculator. Oh, sorry, no, it's not here. So on your calculator, you press math 5, And then you're going to put 1 in the bottom. I'm going to put down. And then 5 up, right? And then in the parentheses inside, you're going to press enter 6x instead of n. And x is right here. This is the x. Yes. Everybody see that? So instead of n, in your calculator, you're going to put x. Everybody understand that? So instead of n, you're just going to put x. And the answer is 90. That's exactly what we get without the calculator. Now, use the calculator and give me the answer for this one. So this is what you're going to put in parentheses, and I'm going to put it in parentheses. So you see 2x plus 3. So tell me what you get. Two n plus 3. From 1 to 5 again. 45. Thank you. Somebody else get 45? And I'm gonna, what was that? I missed it. Hold on. 2n plus 3. Let me do it. 2n. 45. That's right. Yeah, I did it also. Okay? Got it? Everybody understand this? From 1 to 5, instead of n, you have x. I can change this here, x. And you put x here. So this is what you're going to enter in your calculator. You know what? Let's delete this. I'm going to. Everybody understand that? I'm going to put it exactly like this so you know what you're doing. I'm going to put it here on the calculator. And I'm just going to put it here for your notes. This is what you need to put in your calculator.
So the top one is the number of terms in the sequence that you want.
Yes.
And then the bottom number
Yes.
is where you start.
Okay, yes. Okay, guys, listen. Sigma means find the sum from the bottom number to the top number, and then after the symbol sigma is the formula. Everybody get that? Okay, so this is, I just put here a little note for you. So on the calculator, you're going to put math and then 5, and then this is what you're going to see, and you're going to enter it exactly like that, yes? And then when you press enter, you should get 45. Everybody get 45? Yes? Okay. Now let's go ahead and do number 7. Number 7 is the same way, just instead of n here, you have k, which you're doing pretty much the same. So let's plug this in. X is from 3 to 6. So pretty much you're doing the same. You put x here, and you put x here, and just enter it like that in the calculator. 54. Thank you. 54. Okay, 54. And then you have one more to practice. So every way you say find the sum, you can use the calculator. Okay, got it? Okay, how you do the next one? The same one, right? So we have the find the sum of this one. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to put it up. Hold on. So what you get for this one, number 8?
110.
110?
Yes, 124.
Huh?
Oh, I put in 3, I'm sorry.
124?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you still do the same. Instead of k, you just replace k with x. So you press x squared plus 5x, and you get your answer. Yes? 124 for number 8?
Yes.
Okay, everybody good so far?
Yep.
Any questions? Okay, so the first 8 questions pretty much calculated, right?
Yep.
For number 9 and 10, again, plug the formula calculator, yes?
Yep.
Okay, ready for the next one? For
Yes.
probability?
Yes.
Okay, so probability is the next one, and the probability is really easy. We're doing only simple probability. So what is probability? Probability is a number between 0 and 1, which tells us if that thing is going to happen or not, what is kind of the chance of something to happen, okay? Now, the formula for probability is, it's a fraction. So this is the formula you're going to use. The probability is whatever the number of what they're asking you over the total number. So what they're asking you, find the probability of something. See how many of those you have over the total number. Okay, now the probability is always a number between 0 and 1. Remember that. It's a number between 0 and 1. It's not percent of something happen. It's not odds of something happen. It's a number between 0 and 1. Probability of something is 0 if never happen. Probability of something is 1 if always happen. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's do number if never happen is 0. Okay, number 11. What they're asking? A dice rolled, find the probability of rolling number greater than 4. So what they're asking about numbers greater than 4. How many numbers are greater than 4?
3.
Greater than 4, not equal. There are 2 numbers, right? What are the numbers greater than 4? 5 and 6. In a die, you have only 5 and 6, right? Greater than 4. So what they're asking about numbers greater than 5. So how many? 2 out of the total number is 6. And then just reduce it 1/3. Now, the answer, you should leave it as a fraction because you know WebAssign doesn't like decimal, right? Got it? So the answer is 1/3. There are 2 numbers greater than 4, 5 and 6. Depends what they're asking you.
Yeah.
If they're asking you what is the probability of getting number greater than 3, how many are greater than 3? 4, 5, and 6. How many?
3.
You count. 3 out of 6, yeah. Everybody understand that?
They're asking on a die.
Whatever they're asking you. Everybody understand that? You guys get it? Yes? Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, let's do the next one. What is the probability of rolling even number? Which are the even numbers? 2, 4, and 6. That's right. Write them down so you can see which they are. How many numbers are greater even? Sorry. They're 3 out of 6 again. So what is that? 1/2. And that's your answer, 1/2. Yes? How many even? There are 3 even. The total number is 6 in a die. Questions? Any question? Yes.
Is it depending on how they word the question, if you're always going to simplify, or do you always have to simplify?
You always simplify for WebAssign, and you always leave it as a fraction.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever they consider like a die, like 6, that's what that number is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any questions? No? Everybody get that? Okay, going to number 13. You have this spinner. So what is the probability to stop on red? How many reds you have?
3.
You have 1, 2, 3, right? There are 3 reds. You have 1, 2, 3 reds. So it's 3 out of 8. The total number is 8. Everybody get that? So the answer is 3 over 8. Now, what is the probability to stop on yellow? 1 over 8. What is the probability to stop on green? 2 over 8, which is 1/4. What is the probability to stop? Are you guys listening? What is the probability to stop on white? White. 0. The answer is not none. The answer is 0. Okay? Because we have 0 whites. Yes? Got it? Okay, so that's 13. Next one is 14. And 14 is a question, kind of statistic question here. And what you have is, I'm going to make this smaller. I just want to make it. Oh, come on. I just want to put it in the same. Oops, no. Okay, so next one is this one, number 14. Okay, everybody good for 14? Okay, so on 14, we have this little table, which gives us the number of people. There's a survey going on. They ask them about, oops, just want to make this table smaller. So they ask them about piece of legislation, and these are the results here, okay? So how many people favor the legislation, how many are opposed, how many have no opinion, and everything is in this table. Sorry, I just want to make it like in the same page. Okay. Okay, I'll fix that later. Okay, so now this is the table. There are 332 people in that survey. They asked them question about their opinion on piece of legislation, and these are the results. Okay, everybody see the table? And the question is, find the probability the person favor the legislation. How many favor? Now, looking at this table, you have also breaking down to favor, oppose, no opinion, and then also you have doctors, teachers, and lawyers. And we have the sum, the last row and the last column at the up, the sum of all the doctors, all the teachers, all the favor, all the oppose, all the no opinion, and so on. And also you have, this is the grand total here, this is the people surveyed. You got it? So, looking at this table, what is the probability a person favor the legislation? How many favor? 194 over? That's right. Can you reduce that?
Yes, 97 over.
194 over 332. And that reduced to what?
97 over 160.
How you do that? You put it in the calculator like that, and it's going to do your job, okay? It's going to simplify it for you.
Yeah.
So you press fraction in your calculator, you put 194 over 332, press enter, and it's going to simplify everything for you. You got it? Or you can just divide, but then you have to make it as a fraction. Okay? So the answer is 97 over 166. Got it? Okay, going to the next one. Huh? Nothing's gonna happen. I think you can accept it like that. Try it on. I don't know. It could. Yeah.
We've got multiple attempts. We're good.
You have multiple tens, yes, so you can put it like that, okay? Next one is number 15. And 16, it's about cards. Do you guys know the cards?
Yeah, 52 and 54 with
There are
jokers.
52 cards, right?
Yes.
54 with jokers.
Okay, we don't do jokers here. Okay, so we have to find the probability of drawing heart. How many hearts in a deck? 13. So 13 hearts, 52 cards. Now, you can look at this in another way. Guys, listen. Okay, you can look at this question another way. How many suites are there? You have heart, you have what? You have spade, you have club, and you have diamond. So how many there are?
4.
There are total of 4. Heart is one of those, right?
Yep.
So heart is 1 out of 4. Yes, and you can reduce 13 over 52 and you're going to get exactly 1/4, right? So you can look at it in different ways, but still going to get the same answer.
I don't believe that.
1 out of 4. What you don't believe?
Oh, yeah. I believe it down.
Oh, it's that, right? Okay. You believe me now? Yeah, it's that easy, yeah. Okay, number 16. Number 16, it's a little different now. You have cards again. How many kings we have? There are 4 kings in a deck. But here we're going to draw 2 kings, not only one, you're going to draw 2 kings. And it says without replacing. So that means if you take 1 king out, you're going to keep it out. You're not going to put it back. That's what that means, without replacing. So I'm going to draw king 2 times. Okay? So now, what is the probability to draw 1 king? Let's start with 1 king. There are how many kings? 4 out of 52, right? So this is the probability of drawing 1 king. So this is 1 king, right? Now we're going to multiply the probability of drawing the second one. What is the probability to draw the second king out?
3 out of 52?
3 out of
51.
51, that's right. So this is the second. Okay, if you have more kings, what you're going to do? 2 times 50, and then 1 over 49. If you have to draw all of those. Now, what you need to do here, you need to simplify. WebAssign is not going to take it like this, and what you need to do is simplify the fraction first and then multiply, because you need the answer as a fraction. If you have a bigger, more fractions here, if you want to draw 4 kings, they're going to be 4 fractions, and the calculator is not going to simplify it. So you have to simplify it carefully. So we know 4 over 52 is what? 1 over 13, that's right. And what is 3 over 52? 1 over?
17.
17. Now what you need to do here is multiply. 1 over, what is 13 times 17? Just multiply 1 times 13. I'm sorry? What did you say?
1 over 221.
Thank you. 221. Thank you for doing that for me. Okay, and that's the answer. So everybody see what I did. I simplify each fraction first, and then you're going to get 1 out of something. So you keep 1 in the top, and you multiply all the left numbers in the bottom, and that's going to be the answer.
Simplify, multiply.
Okay? Any questions? Okay, so that's what you have for this week. If you guys have any questions, please let me know.